Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss a very important topic about the habits, the habit of improvement. And you will be wondered, if you improve a very small percentage each day, then you will be improving a lot after a year. And all this is a power of compounding. To be a very eye opener for you, as it will reveal how the small change will lead to a very big change, and what is the journey when you change. So stay tuned. After a short intro, we will come back. Hey, so let's talk about what is the mathematics about the change, and you will be surprised to see that numbers, I'm sure. Let's go to a slide. So you can see a graph. I have the two axes, x-axis and y-axis. On the x-axis I have a time, and y-axis is representing our results. So result here mean if you do any efforts, then what you will achieve, or whatever is your goal. So let's say if you are not making any efforts over a period of time, then this horizontal line, dotted black line, will show that your results will not change. You will remain at the same thing. This is assuming that there is nothing is changing in the world, but actual world is changing very fast. So over a period of time, if you are not putting any efforts, then you will lose. And this is applicable to all the aspects, whether it is your health, whether it is your money or your knowledge. So inflation is there. In that way you are losing money if you don't increase it or invest it. And if you are not doing any exercise, then over a period of time your health will deteriorate. It will, because you are not doing any efforts, but you are taking some food and not doing any exercises, so it will deteriorate. So if you see this graph, there are two lines, black line and blue line. These two lines I have drawn considering 1% change on the daily basis. So let's say you have some money, but you are losing it 1% every day because of any reasons. Then your money will become almost zero over a period of 1 year. So if you see this formula, 0.99 to the power of 365. So every day of a year you are losing 1%, and if you do this, then at the end of the year you have only 0.03%, which is shocking, right? You have 1 rupee, but you are left with only 3 paisa. So it is really a shocking thing, and you are just losing 1%, right? And on the other hand, if you have improved 1% on every day, let's talk an example of money. If you have 1 rupee and you are increasing it by 1% every day, over a period of 365 days in a year, you will have 37 times, which is very huge, right? And this is applicable to any aspects of life. Whether it is your health, let's say you are changing and making efforts to improve your health, and you are making very minute steps on the daily basis, 1% change. Over the end of the year, you will see how much you will achieve in terms of your health. And same goes for your knowledge. If you learn 1% and try to be better 1% every day, then you will be like 37 times in a year whatever you are today. So this is the power of compounding. I'm sure like with this graph you will be able to understand what is the value of compounding and improving on a every day. It can be applied on any aspects of your life. If you are a student, then learn new things on daily basis. Let's say you are trying to improve on mathematics, then try to be 1% better. try to learn new formulas, try to understand new equations, and definitely you will learn a lot. At the end of the year, you will get remarkable results. Same goes for your job. If you are doing job, then try to be better 1% on every day. I'm sure at the end of the year, you will be eligible for your promotion. And if you are an entrepreneur, then improving 1% every day will make you a very rich person at the end of the year, because you have improved a lot and you will make a lot of space in your sector. So I hope you got this idea of compounding, about how the change works. You might say, hey BK, this is not applicable in the real world. If you make 1% change on the daily basis, how can you become a 37 times more better in a year? It doesn't happen, because there is a lack of motivation during the process. If your motivation dips and you will leave that 1% change, then there are very chances that you leave that process and you won't stick to your 1% change. It's very difficult, and I understand. So if you try to understand the change process, then it will give you insights, okay, how the change happens, and it will give you idea so that you can stick about the process, not focusing on the complete goal of having 37 times change in a year, because it's too much to imagine ourselves. Let's say if I am learning programming, then it will be very difficult to understand, okay, in a year I can be a pro programmer, right? It's difficult, I understand that. So let's take out the graph. So in this graph, again I have plotted two axes, y-axis and x-axis. On x-axis I have time, on y-axis I have results again, and the green line shows your expectation, like you put some effort, you should get some result. But this is not practical, and it's not happen in the real world. But what happens in the real world is this blue line. During the initial days, there are very few results, and if you continue these results, you see you are not seeing any. If you continue the process, then you see over a period of time you are not getting the results during the initial time, right? So this could be definitely a demotivating factor. Now if you see this part of the graph, this part, right, this part is called the zone of disappointment. And why it is called? Because you are not getting what you want or what you wished, right? But you have to stick with the process over a period of this time, where you are not getting the fruit of your efforts, but it will explode once you reach a threshold, right? And it will explode up very fast. If you see, you will get only this type of results in this much of time, but then if you see the changes, this much of change happened only in a very small time. So you are seeing how fast the change can happen after a threshold you crossed, and this is called the power of compounding, and it is highly applicable in the world of finance. But if you apply this in your daily life, whether it is of your health or your education or your learnings, anything, any skill development, the same principle applies over there. So I hope you got some value out of this graphs and understood the process of change. So let me know in the comment section in which particular aspects of your life you are going to apply this formula of 1% change on daily basis, and how you can measure that process. And if you have already felt the zone of disappointment and came out of that disappointment and then you see the lot of progress, then also comment in the comment sections so that other people can read and feel motivated and they can find more like examples. So with this I'll close this video, and I hope you got a lot of value, and if you do, then please like and share this video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. It will help me to grow as a YouTuber. And if you want me to create a new videos on such topics, please let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy and to create the videos on those topics. Thank you. This is BK from Aneka signing off.